lesson of St. Peter's College, Colombo 4 Nigam branch. So today our lesson is unit number 15 in your textbook, that is equations. So before solving equations, you should know what an equation is. Right. So before forming an equation, you should have an idea about algebraic terms and algebraic expressions. So what are algebraic terms? So you have learned this in grade 8 also. So algebraic terms are the unknown terms. Algebraic terms are the unknown terms. For example, we can take x. This is an unknown term, no value. So we can take it as an algebraic term. Another example can be taken 4y. So you all can see a number and an unknown term, both are there. So together we call it as an unknown term. Here we call it as the coefficient. So these are algebraic terms. What are algebraic expressions? Algebraic expressions are formed when algebraic terms combine or join with addition and subtraction. That means, now let's take the same, and here you all can see two algebraic terms are there. So x and 4y. Now I am going to link these two with the addition symbol. So there are two terms, they are connected with the addition symbol. So we call it as an expression. So it becomes an expression. Even if it is subtraction, another example, a minus 3b. A minus 3b. This is also an algebraic expression where you have two terms. This is the first term, 3b is the second term. And here you have two unknowns, a, b, x, y. So an algebraic equation means expressions develop with an equal mark. So for example, let's see this equation. X plus 5 equals 3. So this is an expression. X plus 5 is an expression where you have one term x, the other term with a number 5, and on the other side you have 3. Now they are linked with the equal mark. So this is what we call as an equation. So expressions connected with the equal mark can be defined as an equation. So in this lesson, what we are going to do is to solve equations. Now when solving equations lesson is there in grade 8 also. So we did the simple equation simplification in grade 8. But in grade 9, we are going to do some advanced equation simplification with some brackets and fractions. So before moving to that part, let's revise some knowledge from the basic linear equations which are very simple. So now first example I will take, that is x plus 12 equals 20. So in an equation, always what you have to find? We have to find the value of an unknown term. In an equation, what we are going to do is to find the value of an unknown term. So when you are finding an unknown term, you are going to remove all the other numbers from this side. Now in this side, left side, you can see x plus 12. This is the unknown, and other than that you have a number plus 12. So when you are solving this, what will happen? You should remove this 12 and remain only x in this side and find an answer. So when you are removing 12, what you should do? Now you have to always consider the application with this number. So what is the application here? Plus 12. So to cancel plus 12, you have to do the opposite of that. Always in removing a certain term, you have to do the opposite of that application. So let's solve the first example, that is x plus 12 equals 20. So when you are solving this, x plus 12 equals 20. So you have to cancel this 12. How can we cancel 12? Plus 12. So opposite of plus 12 is minus 12. If you subtract 12, only this 12 and 12 cancel and only x will remain in left side. So since this is an equation, in order to maintain the equal mark, we have to do the same change to the other side as well. So that is an equation. In order to maintain the equal mark, always you have to do the same change for both sides, left side, right side of the equation. So next you all can see this 12 and 12 will cancel. remainder will be 0. So what is remaining? X. Then you have to subtract 20 minus 12, answer will be 8. So that is the basic simplification of small linear equations. Another example, x minus 7 equals 2. So here you have to cancel minus 7 from this side. How can we cancel minus 7? You have to do the opposite of minus 7. What is the opposite of minus 7? That is plus 7. So you have to do the same change to the other side also, plus 7. So from left side, this 7 cancels. What is remaining? X equals 9. So it's very simple. Let's move to some more examples with basic linear simple equations. So here you all can see minus 3x equals 6. This is an algebraic term, right? So here what is the application here in between 3 and x is multiplication. The application in between 3 and x, minus is the symbol of 3 and here multiplication, and you have x. 3 into x will give you 3x equals 6. Now what you have to do? You have to remain x and cancel this 3 from left hand side. You have to cancel this minus 3. What you have to do? You have to do the opposite of the application in between these two. Now don't take this as minus, therefore you have to add. It's wrong. Always consider the application in between these two terms, that is multiplication. Opposite of multiplication is division. Therefore you have to divide by 3. This side should also be divided by 3. Since it is minus, to cancel minus also we can divide by minus. This side can also be divided by minus. So what will happen? Minus 3 minus 2 cancels. X will remain in left hand side. 6 divided by 3, answer is 2. Now I hope you can remember the rules of directed numbers which you learnt in grade 7 and 8. Plus divided by minus, answer is minus. X equals minus 2. Okay, another example. X divided by 2 equals 3. X divided by 2 equals 3. So what is the application here? It is division. 2 is divided by x. So you have to cancel this 2 from this side. How to cancel 2? Do the opposite of the application. If it is division, what is the opposite of division? It is multiplication. What is the unwanted term that you need to cancel? 2, therefore multiply by 2. So 2 divided by 2, 2 will be cancelled from this side. And in this side also you have to multiply by 2. X equals 6. If it is division, you have to multiply. If it is multiplication, you have to divide. Two more examples where you have an expression. Here you have a term and here you have an expression the left side of the equal mark. So in here you all have the unknown term b connected with 3 and another separate known number. The number is there, that is minus 7. So in simplifying these types of equations, first of all you have to cancel this number from this side. Before moving to 3b, you have to cancel this number, that is minus 7. How to cancel minus 7? 3b minus 7 equals 2. So in cancelling minus 7, what you have to do? If it is minus 7, you have to add 7 for both sides, plus 7. So this 7 cancels. What is remaining? 3b equals 9. What is our next step? We have to remain only b in that side, but cancel 3 from this side. How to cancel 3? Can you all see this? It's linked with this part. So it is what? Multiplication. If it is multiplication in between these two, what you have to do? You have to do the opposite of the application, that is division. What is the unwanted term? That is 3. 3 cancels. This should also be divided by 3. So what is remaining? b equals 3 is the answer. One more example. 2p divided by 3 equals 4. So here you all can see there are two unknown values. There are two values that should be removed from the left side. We have to get an answer for p. We have to remove 3. We have to remove 2. So we can do it in stepwise. First we can remove 3 and then we can remove 2. So let's remove 3 at first. So when you are removing 3 from that side, so you all can see 3 has been divided by this term. So division, opposite of division is multiplication. So you can multiply by 3. This side can also be multiplied by 3. So you all can see 3 cancels. So what is remaining? 2p is remaining in this side. 2p equals 12. What's our next step? We need to find the answer of p and to cancel 2. So in cancelling 2, here application is multiplication. So opposite of that is division. You can divide by 2. 2 cancels. P equals 12 divided by 2. Answer is 6. So that is how to simplify very simple linear equations. So let's move to the next part. That is also a linear equation with brackets. So when you have brackets, there are two ways of solving this. So I'll simplify this example using the first method and the other example with the other method. So let's see this, how we can solve this. So the first method is, now this x plus 3, here the meaning of bracket is x plus 3 is multiplied by this outside number 2. So in first method, you all can cancel this 2 from this side. How can you cancel? I told the meaning of bracket is multiplication. Here 2 multiplied by x plus 3 equals 10. So in first method, we can cancel this 2 from this side. How can we cancel? So this is multiplication. Opposite of multiplication is division. So we can divide the whole expression by 2. And this side also by 2. So you all can see 2 and 2 will cancel. And what is remaining? X plus 3 is remaining in left side. While we can divide 10 by 2. So the answer will be 5. Now you all can see there, the bracket has been removed. Once you cancel this 2, the bracket has been already removed and only x plus 3 is remaining. So this is like a simple equation. You have to cancel plus 3. In removing plus 3, you have to subtract 3 from both sides. 3 cancels. X equals 5 minus 3, answer is 2. That is the first method of simplifying this type. I didn't multiply with the outside number. I just removed the number at first and then solve the inner part of the bracket. Second method, I am not going to remove 3. I am going to multiply. That means I am going to remove the bracket at first. Here bracket was kept and you remove the 2, value 2, and here I am going to remove the bracket. That means you are going to multiply this outside number 3 by 2 terms inside the bracket. 3 times 1, answer is 3. 3 times x, answer is 3x. Here plus into minus, answer is minus. And right side we have the 9. Then what is our next step? Our next step is to cancel this 3 from this side. So in cancelling this 3, please consider the sign of 3. Now this minus is not belonging to 3. This minus is belonging to this 3x. 3 is having a sign of positive. Don't take it as negative, it's positive. Always the sign is in front of the number. So if it is plus 3, in order to cancel plus 3, you have to subtract 3 from that side. So 3 and 3 will cancel. From this side also you have to subtract 3. So what is remaining in that side is minus 3x, and here 9 minus 3, answer is 6. So our next step is to cancel minus 3 from this side. So let's cancel minus 3. Here it is multiplication, so you have to do division. So let's divide by minus 3. 3 cancels. X equals 2, but here you all can see plus and minus division, so you will have a negative 1. So this is the second method, this is the first method. Here you remove the bracket at the first step, and here you cancel an outside term by dividing. So you all can do it in the easiest method. So next, move to the grade 9 part, that is solving linear equations with two types of brackets. Now, when you talk about equations and brackets, there are mainly three types of brackets. The first type is parenthesis, and here you all can see the symbol. The second type is curly brackets, and the third type of bracket, square bracket. So in an equation, sometimes you can find all three types, sometimes there may be only one type of bracket, sometimes there might be two types of brackets in an equation. So in this year, we have only two types of bracket, that is parenthesis and the curly bracket. So what you have to keep it in your mind, when you have these types of brackets in an equation, always you have to simplify starting from the parenthesis. You have to simplify the parenthesis bracket first and then move into the curly brackets, and finally the square brackets should be simplified. Okay, so let's do some calculations based on those types of brackets. So here you all can see the curly bracket is there and innermost parenthesis can be observed. So in here, now there are two ways of doing this. First, I'm going to cancel now, like the previous example I told in simplifying brackets. Here I'm going to cancel the outermost number. Outermost number is number 2. The outermost number is number 2. Number 2, and you all can see the curly bracket, that is 2, and it has been multiplied. 2 is multiplied by x minus 1, bracket close, and there's a separate term plus 2. Here the meaning of the curly bracket is this total expression is multiplied by 2. Meaning of curly bracket is this total expression is multiplied by 2. And here we have 18. So in simplifying this, at first we can cancel this outermost number plus 2. Now this total expression is multiplied by 2. So we can do the opposite of that. Opposite of multiplication is division. So we are going to divide the whole expression by 2. That means we need to cancel this 2. So in cancelling, you have to divide. Therefore this 2 and 2 will cancel off. And then this side can also be divided by 2. So what is remaining in left side? So what is remaining? 2. Now we don't want to put the curly bracket. Curly bracket has already been removed. Once you remove this, 3. So what is remaining? 2x minus 1 bracket plus 2. Now we need to put the curly bracket again. 18 divided by 2, answer is 9. Okay, our next step is to cancel this plus 2. Now you all can see this expression is multiplied by 2. So we can't simplify this part at first. Simplify this plus 2 first. Okay, so when simplifying plus 2, you know the opposite of plus 2 is minus 2. So we can subtract 2 from both sides. Plus 2 minus 2 cancel. So what is remaining in left side is 2x minus 1. And 9 minus 2, answer is 7. Next, you all can remove the bracket by multiplying, or else you all can divide by 2. If you have to remove the bracket, you all can do it like this. Okay, 2 into x, 2x, plus into minus, minus, 2 times 1, 2. And here you have 7. So our next step is to cancel minus 2. In cancelling minus 2, you all can do the opposite, that is plus 2. Plus 2 on both sides. 2 cancels. What is remaining is 2x plus 9. Next step is to cancel 2. How can we cancel 2? You have to divide by 2. Divide by 2. So you know 9 divided by 2, you will have a point answer, that is 4.5. Or you can keep it as a mixed fraction as well. You can keep it as a mixed fraction, or else you can keep it as a point form, that is 4.5. You have to leave it as a mixed number. 2 times 4, 8. 8 plus 1, 9. Okay. Next. Another equation. Same manner, we can simplify this equation. So here you all can see there are two types of brackets, parenthesis and a curly bracket can be seen. So at first, like the previous example, we can cancel the outermost number. Here the meaning of this curly bracket is 5 is multiplied by this whole expression from here to here. So we can cancel this 5 at first. Since it is multiplication, you can do the opposite of multiplication. That means division. So we can divide the whole expression by 5. So this 5 cancels. So what is remaining? Now the curly bracket has been removed. We don't want to put the curly bracket again. 3, take this down, x plus 2. And here you have minus 2. With an expression x minus 1. 60 divided by 5, answer is 12. What's the next step? Now here we can't cancel 2 at first, even we can't cancel 2 because these numbers are multiplied by this expression. This number is multiplied by this expression. So our next step is to remove the bracket. Next step is to remove the bracket by multiplying by the outermost number. 3 into x, 3x. 3 times 2, 6. Next, minus 2 into x, minus 2x. Minus into minus, plus 2 times 1, 2. Likewise, you all have to remove the brackets. Okay, and here what is remaining? 12. Now in this expression, you all can see brackets has been removed and you all can see some like terms are there. So you have to simplify the like terms. What are like terms? 3x minus 2x are like terms and these two are numbers. So you all can add them. Okay, 3 minus 2x, 1x is remaining and 6 plus 2, answer is 8 and what is remaining here 12. Then our next step is to cancel 8. So in order to cancel 8, you have to subtract 8 from both sides. X, 8 cancel. X equals 4 is the answer. So it's very simple. First of all, you have to cancel the outermost number and remove the brackets. Then like a normal linear simple equation, you all can solve it out. Another example. So here you all can see the number is being added to an expression. Okay. So here this expression is multiplied by 2 and then to that whole expression 6 is added. So in here we can cancel this 6 at first. We can cancel this 6. So what is the opposite of 6? Now this 6 is added to this equation. Therefore we can do the opposite of that, that is subtraction. So we can subtract 6 from both sides. We can subtract 6 from both sides. So 6 will cancel from this side. And what is remaining? 2 curly bracket x plus 3 and here x plus 2. Then you have the curly bracket. This total expression is multiplied by 2. 58 minus 6, answer is 52. So what's our next step? So we simplified already these types of equation in the previous examples. If you have an outermost number like this, what you have to do? Cancel 2. So in cancelling 2, you all can divide this by 2. So divide this by 2. 2 cancels and what is remaining? X plus 3. Here x plus 2. 26 is the answer. Next, you have to simplify this part. Now you all can see one x can be seen here and another x is seen inside the bracket. So what you have to do, you have to remove the bracket and take x out. So in simplifying and removing x, you have to multiply this 3 by this x and also by the other term, that is 2. So here you have x plus 3 into x, 3x, plus into plus, plus 3 times 2 answer is 6. Now you all can see there are 2 x's in this. So you have to add all. Here you have only 1. Here you have 3. So altogether 4x plus 6 equals 26. Our next step is to cancel 6 from this side. So in cancelling, you can subtract 6 from this side. So 6 cancel. So what's the answer? 4x equals 20. Then our next step is to remove this 4. So you all can see this multiplication, the application here. So opposite of multiplication is division. So you can divide by 4, divide by 4. So 4 cancels, x equals 5 is the answer. So it's very simple. First of all, you have to remove this number and then this number by dividing, then bracket removal, and you have to do simple solving of equations. Another example. So this can also be done in the same manner. So here you all can divide. Here the meaning is this expression is multiplied by 5. So this multiplied by 5. So in order to cancel 5, since it is multiplication, you can do the opposite of that. Opposite of that is division. So this can also be divided by 5. So 5 cancels. So what is remaining? 2. Now the curly bracket has been removed already. Once you remove 5, it is removed. So 2 plus 3. Here you have x plus 2. 10 divided by 5, answer is 2. So our next step is to cancel this number first. This is an expression linked with this 3, so we can't cancel this at first. So you have to remove 2 from this side. So it is plus 2 here. It is plus 2 here. So opposite of plus 2 is minus 2. 2 cancels. What will happen? 2 minus 2, answer will be 0. And what is remaining here? 3x plus 2. So our next step is to remove the bracket. So in removing the bracket, we have to multiply 3 by x. That is 3 times x, 3x. 3 multiplied by 2. 3 times 2, answer is 6 plus equals 0. Now what will happen? You have to cancel this 6. So in order to cancel that, to remove, you have to subtract 6 from both sides. Since it is plus, opposite is minus. So 6 will cancel. What is remaining? 3x equals minus 6. 0 minus 6, answer will be minus 6. Next step, to remove 3. It is multiplication. Opposite of multiplication is division. So you have to divide by 3. So 3 cancels, x equals minus 2. Plus minus division, answer will be a minus. Okay, one more example. There you all can see 2 expressions are there. 2 expressions are there. One is 7x and the other expression is this one. Okay, now you all can see one x is linked with this 7 and another x is there inside this expression. So we can't cancel this 7x at first. We can't move it to the other side. If it is a number, we can remove, but since it is an unknown term, since you have an unknown term, we can't cancel or remove that 7x. So what you have to do? You have to simplify this expression at first. So let's see how we can simplify that expression. So I'm going to write the equation again. Here you have 7x plus, here you have 5 and here you have the curly bracket 4 minus, now children, you can't see any number in front of this expression, x plus 1, here you have only minus symbol, you don't have any number. That means you have to consider there you have number 1. And then you have to remove that bracket. The innermost bracket can be removed at first. So we are removing 1 times x, 1x. So minus into plus. Here you have plus. Minus into plus, you have minus 1 into x, 1x. We don't want to represent 1, just write x. And then minus into plus. Minus 1 times 1, 1. Now you all can see the innermost bracket is removed. Now you have only one type of bracket, that is curly bracket. And here we have 17. Okay, what's our next step? Again, we have to remove this bracket. So in removing that bracket, we can multiply 5 times 4. Before that, we can multiply it like that, but there is an easy way of simplifying it. Without multiplying, even we can multiply, but here we can see that this 4 and minus 1 can be simplified more. 4 and minus 1 can be simplified more. So what's the answer? 5 I'm going to take down, and here inside now bracket is taken down. 4 minus 1, answer is minus 4 minus 1, answer is 3. And here what is remaining? Minus x. I'm going to write the remaining number here. Okay. 4 minus 1, answer is 3, and I'm taking this minus x down. And I'm going to write 17 on the other side. So let's simplify the rest. So 5 times 3. Now you can remove the bracket. 5 times 3, 15. 5 times x, answer is 5x. And here plus into minus, minus. Here plus into plus, also plus. And here you have 7x remaining. Now you all can see both x are out of the bracket, and it's a linear equation without the bracket. So it's easy for us to simplify now. 7x minus 5x. What is the remainder? They are like terms. So once you simplify them, the answer will be 2. 7 minus 5, answer is 2. Plus 15 is there. And here you have 17. So what's our next step? Our next step is to cancel this 15 from this side. So let's remove 15 from that side. Minus 15, minus 15. So 15 is removed. So what's remaining is 2x. Here you have 17 minus 15, answer is 2. Next step is to remove 2. How to remove 2? Divide by 2, divide by 2. So 2 cancels, x equals 2 divided by 2, answer is number 1. So this is the way of simplifying an equation with different types of brackets. Okay, let's move to the next part of solving equations, that is solving linear equations containing fractions. Earlier we had fractions, earlier we had equations with brackets, now we have equations containing fractions. So let's see how we can solve equations when we have fractions. Now you all can see an expression here, x minus 2 is divided by 5. So this is the fraction here. So how to simplify these types of equations? So now you all can see x minus 2 divided by 5. It has been divided. It is divided by 5. So what we have to do is to find x. What are the terms that you have to remove here? 5 should be removed, minus 2 should be removed. Now we can't remove both at once. We have to remove 5 at first. Why? You all can see this x is connected with minus 2. It's an expression, but this is just a number. So it's easy for us to remove this number first without removing this minus 2. So what you have to do? To remove 5 in the denominator. So how can we remove this division? Opposite of division is multiplication. So let's multiply by 5. This side can also be multiplied by 5. So here 5 will cancel. So what is remaining? X minus 2 is remaining. X minus 2 equals 5 times 4. Answer is 20. 5 times 4, answer is 20. Next step is to cancel minus 2. So we know minus 2, opposite of minus 2 is plus 2. So add 2 for both sides. 2 and 2 will be cancelled. X equals 20 plus 2, answer is 22. It's very simple. So what you have to do to remove this number first. So what you have to keep it in your mind is when you are simplifying fractions, equations containing fractions, always simplify the outermost numbers which are not linked, which are not connected with the unknown. So you simplify 5 first and then stepwise you are moving to this unknown term. Okay. Let's do another example. There you have 2a divided by 3 plus 1 equals 7. So you all can see two expressions are there, that is 2a plus 3 and 1. Two terms are there. So that is the expression here. So in simplifying this is the first term, 2a divided by 3. Second term is plus 1 equals 7. Now you all can see, we have to find a and we need to remove 2, 3 plus 1. So what can be removed at first? We can't go for 2 and 3 at first because it's linked with this unknown term a. So what is easy is for us to remove this outermost number, that means plus 1. So how can we remove plus 1? Opposite to the opposite, that is minus 1, minus 1. So it is 1 cancel. What is remaining? 2a divided by 3 equals 7 minus 1, answer is 6. So our next step is to remove 3 and 2. So we can do it at once or we can do it in stepwise as well. So I'll show you how we can do it at once. How we can do it is 3 is divided. So opposite of division is multiplication. Okay, so same manner we have to do the same change for the other side. So you all can see 3 will cancel. How to cancel 2? So 2 is here multiplied. So in order to remove 2, you can divide by 2. Even you can do it in 2 steps, but I am going to do it at 1 step here. So you can divide by 2. So what will happen? 2 and 2 will cancel. So what is remaining in this side, that is a, equals, now you have to simplify this. So you can see this 6 and 2 can be cut. 2 times 1, 2 times 3. What is remaining? 3 times 3, answer is 9. Another example, the expression 3m minus 2 is divided by 7. So like we did earlier, this is the number which is in the denominator. 3m minus 2 divided by 7. So it is easy for us to remove this denominator value, that is 7. So how to remove 7? It is divided. So what's the opposite of division? Always in order to cancel, you have to do the opposite. That means you have to multiply by 7. This whole expression is multiplied. Okay, this whole expression, there are two terms. Both the terms are multiplied by 7. That's why I put the bracket here. And this side is also multiplied by 7. So this 7 and 7 will cancel. What is remaining? 3m minus 2 equals 7 times 4, answer is 28. Our next step is to remove minus 2. So we can remove 2 by adding 2 for both sides. So 2 and 2 will cancel. Remainder here 3m equals 28 plus 2, answer is 30. Next step is to remove 3. So we can remove 3. Here multiplication is there. Opposite of multiplication is division. 3 divided by 3 will cancel. And here also you should divide 1m is remaining here. 30 divided by 3, answer is 10. Very simply, you can simplify these types of equations with fractions. So another example, you all can see two fractions are there, two algebraic fractions are there. Here an algebraic fraction with m. Here also you all can see an unknown term, m is present. So how to simplify these types of fractions? How to simplify these types of equations consisting fractions? Now you all can see here the two fractions are separated and they are subtracted. So the denominators are different. Denominators are different. Here 3, 5. So even we can't subtract these numerator values because since the denominators are different, we can't subtract the numerators. So we know in simplifying fractions, if the denominators are common, we can simplify the numerator part. So what we have to do, we have to make the denominators common, or we can cancel the fraction part. There are two ways of doing it. So we can cancel the denominator. How can we cancel? We can multiply by the LCM. So what is the LCM of 3 and 5? LCM of 3 and 5 is 15. Okay, so we can. So here the fraction, algebraic fraction here is 3m over 2m over 3 minus 3m over 5 equals 1. So LCM is 15. Therefore, we are going to multiply both fractions by 15. Both fractions are multiplied by 15. So once you multiply, what will happen? This denominator can be cancelled. 3 times 1, 3 times 5. 5 times 1, 5 times 3. So you all can say denominator is removed. Fraction part is being removed. So what is remaining here? 5 multiplied by 2m. So you have to multiply 5 times 2, 10m minus 3 into 3, m. 3 times 3, 9, m is remaining. And children, now we know that when you are multiplying by 15, you have to multiply this side also by 15. So once you are multiplying, all the terms should be multiplied. If you are doing a certain change, all the terms in both sides should be changed. Okay, so plus multiply by 15, multiply by 15, that should also be multiplied by 15. So what will be the answer here? 1 times 15, 15. Right, what's our next step? 10m, 9. We have to subtract. 10 minus 9, 1m is remaining. So no need to represent 1 here. You can just write m equals 15. Okay, so that's a way of simplifying. Take the LCM of the two denominators, multiply by the LCM. Then you can cut the denominator, multiply the remaining, and then simplify, and you can take an answer. Write another example here. You all can see an expression that is 3x over 2 minus 1. This whole expression is multiplied by 4. Whole expression is multiplied by 4. Fraction part can be seen inside the bracket. But before moving to the inner part of the bracket, it is easy for us to remove this outermost number, that is number 4. How can we remove 4? So we know that the application here is multiplication. So in order to remove 4, you have to divide both sides by 4. That means you can divide this whole expression. You can express it like this. You can divide this expression by 4. This side can also be divided by 4. So what will happen? This 4 and 4 will cancel. So what is remaining? So what is remaining here is 3x over 2 minus 1 equals 12 divided by 4, answer is 3. Next step is to cancel minus 1. Leave the fraction part. You have to cancel this outer number, that is minus 1. Add 1 to both sides. Okay. 1, 1 cancel. So what is remaining in left side is 3x divided by 2 equals 4. So we have simplified already these types of equations. So what is our next step? To cancel 2 and 3. So you can cancel 2 and 3. 2 can be cancelled by multiplying. 2 and 2 cancels. This side should also be multiplied by 2. In order to remove 3, you have to divide by 3 because it is multiplication. Divide this also by 3. 3 cancels. What is remaining? X. You have to simplify this part. 4 times 2, 8. 8 divided by 3. Now here you will get a improper fraction. So leave it as a mixed number. So we can leave the answer like 3 times 2, 6. 6 plus the answer is 8. Otherwise you have to take the decimal. But let's keep it as a mixed number. Right, another example here. You all can see now this expression. This expression here is multiplied by 1 over 3. Is multiplied by 1 over 3. So this 3 is in the denominator. So it's easy for us to remove this 1 over 3 part. It's easy for us to remove 1 over 3 part from this side. So once you remove, bracket will be removed. So in order to remove this fraction part, that means 3. 3 is divided by 1. So since it is division, do the opposite of that. That means multiplication. Multiplication. So what will happen? This 3 and 3 is cancelled. 1 is remaining, so we don't want to represent 1 because this expression multiplied by 1 will give you the same answer to this expression. So that means 2a divided by 3 minus 3. This division mark is not common for 3. It is only connected with this fraction and this minus 3 is separate. Don't draw a line like this. It's only connected with this fraction part. Okay. So here 2a divided by 3 separately, minus 3 should be written separately. Okay, next 3 times 2 answer is 6. So we simplified already these types. So minus 3 can be cancelled by adding 3 for both sides. We can add 3 for both sides. 3 cancels. So remaining here 2a over 3 equals 9. Our next step is to cancel 2 and 3. So in order to cancel 3, divide. Opposite of that is multiplication. 3 cancels. This side should also be multiplied by 3. In order to remove this 2, you have to divide by 2. You have to divide by 2. 3 cancels. 2 cancels. So what is remaining? A equals, here we can't cut it with 9 and 3 can't cut with 2. So we have to multiply 9 times 3, 27 over 2. So this is an improper fraction. So we have to leave the answer as a mixed number. So you know, in converting it into a mixed number, you can divide and see what is the remainder here. 27 divided by 2, here 1. 13 times 2, you know that is 26, remainder 1. So what will happen? This quotient will become the whole number, denominator will remain same, and this numerator will come up. So don't leave the answer as an improper. So always convert it into a mixed number. Right, another one where you have two fractions, algebraic fractions are there. Two algebraic fractions. The first one is y plus 1 divided by 3, y minus 2 divided by 4. So in here, we need to remove this denominator part at first. It's easy if you remove these denominators at first. So how to remove the denominator part? That means 2 and 4 should be removed, and we are going to make it linear. So the fraction part will be removed. So in order to remove 2 and 4, you have to find the LCM of 2 and 4 at first. So the LCM of 2 and 4 is 4. So what you have to do, you have to multiply by the LCM. it should be multiplied by the LCM. This term should also be multiplied by the LCM. So when you are multiplying children, you can see this whole expression is multiplied by this term. This whole expression is multiplied by 4. So it's very important for you to put the bracket here, because there are two terms. Here you have two terms. Both terms are multiplied by 4. Both terms are multiplied by 4. This side should also be multiplied by 4. Okay, what will happen? This 4 and 4 will cancel. 2 times 1, 2 times 2 is there. Here 2 times 1, 2 times 2. So what is remaining now? So let's write what is remaining here. Now here you all can see 2 is remaining, is considered, and you have to put the bracket. It's very important for you to put the bracket. Both y and 1 are multiplied by 2. Take this plus down. What is remaining here? Already this 4 is cut, and here remaining here is y minus 3. And after the equal mark, 1 times 2, 2. Right, our next step is to remove the last type of bracket here remaining. So you have to remove the bracket by multiplying. 2 times y, 2y. 2 times 1, 2. Write the remaining terms here and check for the like terms. Now you all can see 2 y terms are there. Here y, this also y. These two are numbers, so you can simplify them and take the final answer. 2y plus y, final answer is 3y. Plus 2 minus 3. 3 minus 2 answer is 1. But what will be the sign? 3 is large, 2 is small, so you have to put the sign of the large number, that is minus. So here 2. Our next step is to remove 1. Minus 1. So opposite of minus 1 is plus 1. So add 1 for both sides. 1, 1 is removed. 3y remaining, and here 3. So to cancel 3, divide both sides by 3. So our final answer is 1 here. Okay, so let's move to the last part of the lesson, that is solving simultaneous equation. That's somewhat new for you in this grade. So what are simultaneous equations? Now in simplifying previous examples, in simplifying equations, you had only one type of unknown term. If it is y, you had only y. So only one type of unknown term was there. So like this, it is x plus 2 equals 5. So here you have only one unknown term. But what do you mean by simultaneous equations? So we can go for simultaneous equations if we have two unknown terms. That means an example like this. Now in this equation you all can see this is 2. Okay. So here you have only one unknown x. But when you consider this equation, there are two unknowns. So there's a problem in solving these types of equations. If you have two unknowns, we can't simplify it like the way we did in the previous simplification. So we have to go for another equation that is similar in these terms. We have to go for another equation like this. We have to go for another equation where you can find the same unknown terms. Now when you consider these two equations, you all can see both x are there, and here y terms are also there. So those types of equations are called as simultaneous equations, where you have two unknown terms. So now we are going to study how to solve these types of simultaneous equations. So in simplifying simultaneous equations, there are two ways of simplifying it. The first method is the method of substitution. Second method is method of elimination. So I am going to select some questions and do first method as well as the second method and show you all. So you all have to find the method which is easy for you all and do your calculations based on that method. So let's do some calculations. So you all can see in this in these two equations, there are two unknowns, that is A and B. So what you have to do is to first name the equations. So this is the first equation and this is the second equation. First thing that you have to do is to name. And then now I told that there are two ways of simplifying it, method of substitution and method of elimination. So in here I am going to show you how to simplify this simultaneous equation in both ways. Right. First we will explain the method of substitution. What do you mean by substitution? Substitution means you are going to replace an unknown term with another value. Okay, so with another term. So when you are substituting, what you have to do, right now let's select the first equation. I'm going to consider the first equation and I'm going to substitute. I'm going to subject this term A. That means A can be taken as, if I remove B, it will be like this. If I remove B from that side, B will go to the other side as minus. A equals 5 minus B. Now instead of A, now I have an expression that is 5 minus B. Instead of A, now I have an expression. I have substituted A using this. So what I am going to do is, I am going to consider the second equation now. Consider the second equation. Our second equation is A minus B equals 1. Now what I am going to do, I am going to replace this A term with the term that I found earlier. That is 5 minus B. That's what you call as substitution. You are going to replace A using this expression. So instead of A, now I am going to write 5 minus B. Instead of A, I am going to replace 5 minus B. And what is remaining here? Minus B equals 1. What's our next step? This is a linear equation, so you have to solve it. 5 D, B, both are minus. So what you have to do, if the signs are same, you have to add and put the common sign. So altogether there are 2B. The common sign is minus equals 1. Then our next step is to cancel 5. So in removing 5, you have to subtract 5 from here. 5 removed. Minus 2B is remaining here. And here you will have minus 4 as the answer. So our next step is to remove minus 2. So you can divide and we will get an answer for B as 2. Minus divided by minus will be positive. So B equals 2. So this is the substitution method. After finding B, this is not over. After finding B, we have to find the other unknown, that is A. So you can substitute this for any of the equations, either 1 or 2. Instead of B, you can substitute 2 and get the answer of A. So that's the first method. Now I am going to show you the same question using the other method, that is method of elimination. So in method of elimination, what we are going to do is, we are going to remove one unknown term. Here we replaced one term with another, but second method we are going to remove one term. That means, now you have two expressions here and consider this plus B. Consider this plus B and minus B. They are opposite in sign. One is plus, one is minus. Now we know if we add plus B and minus B, what will happen? If we add plus B and minus B, what will happen? It will cancel out. So if we add the two equations, what will happen? B will be removed from these equations. So that's what you call as method of elimination. You are eliminating one term and you are going to remain the other term in the equation. So let's see how we can do this. Right. So in order to remove B, you have to add the two equations. If you add only this B and B, cancel. Okay, I am going to add the first equation and the second equation. Okay, once you add, you have here a plus b. So that you are going to add a minus b. Yeah, for that you are going to add a minus b. And here you have 5. For that value you are going to add 1. Okay, you have to consider the left hand side of the equations and the right hand side of the equations separately. So you are going to add. This is the first part of the first equation and this is the part of the second equation. So you all can see now, even though I place the bracket here, since it is positive, same sign will remain. That means if I remove the bracket here, we will have the same answer, plus into minus, minus b equals 6 here. So you all can see plus b minus b. So what will happen? B is removed now. That is what you call as elimination. So what is remaining here? 2a equals 6. Next step is to remove 2. You can remove 2. So what's the answer of a? That is 3. So in here we got the answer of b. So I'll show you how we can get the answer of b using this method. Now this is what you call as elimination method. So you have to think of the easiest method. Is it substitution or elimination? Right? Let's find the value of b. So in finding b, we are going to substitute. Right? We are going to substitute a equals 3. You can select any easy equation. You can select either first one or second one. So I'm going to select the first equation. I'm going to substitute a equals 3 to first equation. So my first equation is a plus 5, a plus b, a plus b equals 5. Okay, a plus b equals 5. Now what do I have instead of a? Now I already know the value of a. B, we can write it. Okay, here you have 5. Now instead of a, we have already found the value, that is 3. Value of a is 3. So you can substitute that. And then this is a normal linear equation where you can cancel 3, subtract 3 from both sides. So answer of b is 2. Now you all can see here the earlier method, previous method, you got the answer b equals 2. Here also you got the answer b equals 2. So you have to think of the easiest method. This is method of substitution and this is the method of elimination. So we will move to one more, another simultaneous equation. So in this, I'm going to do it in the elimination method. So elimination method is easy. So I'm going to do it in the elimination method. So what you are going to do, first name the two equations as 1 and 2. So I'm going to name this as the first equation, this as the second equation. So what's our next step? You have to identify the common unknown term. This is not common. This is having 2 and this is having only 1 bit. But you all can see here you have m and n. Both are having the same unknown term. So now here both are having plus. Here also plus, here also plus n. Now earlier we added the two equations. Then only that term was cancelled. But here we can't add the two equations. What will happen if we add? If we add the two equations, m and m will be added. M and m will be added and your answer will be 2m. M is not eliminated. So what you have to do is always check the sign. If both are having plus, it is for you to subtract. You have to subtract the two equations. Then only this m and m will be cancelled. If you have opposite signs, you have to add the two simultaneous equations. Okay, let's do it. Right. Now I'm going to subtract the two equations like this. 1 minus 2. So I'm going to write, but I'm going to subtract here m plus 2n minus write this expression inside the bracket. M minus n is subtracted from this expression. You have to put the bracket since you have two terms. Equals 7 minus 1. Now get the answer. M plus 2n. Remove the bracket here. When you are removing the bracket, here assume that you have 1 here. Minus 1 times m minus 1m. Minus into minus. What will happen? It will become plus. 1 into n. 1 n remove. 1 n is remaining. 7 minus 1, 6. Next, observe the like terms here. M, they are opposite in sign. Now, you all can see earlier in the equation, both were plus. But once we subtract the two equations, the two symbols changed. One is having plus, the other one is minus. Now we can cancel. Okay, now we can cancel the two terms. And then 2n and 1n can be added as 3n equals 6. Remove by 3. We can remove 3 by dividing. So n equals 2. This is only the value of n. You can find the value of m by substituting to any of the equations. So if I substitute to the second equation, I am going to substitute n equals 2 to the second equation. N equals 2, I am going to substitute to the second equation, that is m minus n equals 1. Now instead of n I have 2. So 2 can be removed by adding 2 for both sides. 2 cancels, m equals 3. So this is the way of simplifying simultaneous equations using the method of elimination. Write another example here. You all can see both the equations are having 3m, 3b, 3b. Look at the symbol, both are plus. So we can't add it. If we add, it will be 6b. So what you have to do, you have to subtract the two equations. First of all, name this 1, 2, and then you can subtract. Now when you are subtracting, look at this. This value is large than this. So I am going to subtract it like this. I am going to subtract 1 by 2 since 2 is large. Then you can subtract like the previous way and get the answer. So I am leaving you all to find the answer to this simultaneous equation. You have to subtract, right? Subtract and get the value. So 3b will be cancelled. You can subtract this, subtract, get the value of a, and you have to get the value of b. Okay. Right, one more example here. Now here you all can see what are the like terms here. X. The like terms here are x, x. But you all can see the sign. One is having positive, one is having negative. If the signs are different, I told, if you are to cancel, always you have to add. If the signs are different, you have to add the two equations. Then only x will be cancelled. So I will show you how you can find the answer here. So let's add x plus 3y plus, and here you have minus x plus y equals 12 plus 8. So what will happen here? Now you have to remove the bracket. X plus 3y, here plus into minus, minus x, plus into plus, plus 5. 12 plus 8, answer is 20. So x is cancelled. So what is remaining? 3y, 1y, then add it as 4y equals 20. Cancel 4 by removing. 4 cancels. Y equals 20 divided by 4, answer is 5. So likewise you can find the value of y. After that you have to also find the value of x. So you know how to find the value of x? substitute this to one of these equations, either 1 or 2. You have to select the easiest equation, substitute y value and then get the value of x. Right, I have the last question like this. So it's given as a paragraph. You have to read, understand, and then you have to build up two simultaneous equations. So here you are given 2 pens and a pencil. 2 pens and a pencil. It cost 32 rupees. And again there's a pen and a pencil. The cost is 20 rupees. So using these two incidents, you have to make two equations, two simultaneous equations. So in here you have to consider the price of pencil as Q and the price of pen as P. So let's see how we can construct simultaneous equation here. 2 pens are there. Pen price is taken as P. Pen price is taken as P. Pencil price is taken as Q. Okay, so 2 pens means 2 P's are there. You can take them as 2 P plus P. And a pencil, 1 pencil, 2 P plus Q. Cost is 32 rupees. This is the first equation that we can develop from the first incident. Second, they are telling that a pen and a pencil, 1 pen and a pencil. 1 pen, P, pencil is Q, 1 pen and a pencil cost 20 rupees. So this is the way of making simultaneous equations by reading this incident. So you all can see 2 equations are formed. 2 equations are formed, first one, second one. Then you know that we need how to simplify these types of simultaneous equations. Look at the common unknown term, Q. If both are having plus, what you have to do? You have to subtract the 2 equations. If the signs are same, you have to subtract the 2 equations. If the signs are same, you have to subtract the 2 equations like this, and Q will be eliminated from this equation and you will get the answer of P. So you have to find it. Okay, subtract the 2 equations, eliminate Q, find the value of P. P means price of a pen. And then substitute that value to any of the equations and get the value of Q. That means price of a pencil. So that is the way of simplifying simultaneous equations. So I hope you all got something about the lesson. So that's the end. Hope to meet you with another new lesson in a video. Thank you.